Hi, we are now live stream with Facebook. I am so excited today to talk about the training we have. It's all about leveling up your business and tips and tricks. So I'm going to go right into it so we do not delay. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so that we can get started. So let me know if you can't see it. Let me know in the comments what you think about this training. I really am excited to review this with you. So first of all, we're going to talk about leveling up your business and your income. That is everything that our group is about. The entrepreneur community is all about helping you grow your business with tips, tricks, assets, content, and networking. So hopefully you can come on live on some other days and get to network with us in Zoom. But today you can just review the training and keep it in your records. So let's talk about leveling up your business. My quick tip of the day that will make a massive difference in your business is train yourself. So the biggest thing in business, if you aren't focusing on yourself, you are going to fall behind in business. In other words, the more you train yourself about your business, about your products, about your services, the better you are going to be as a business owner and the more income you'll make. So first of all, you can't train anyone until you are trained. So be the expert. Be more knowledgeable than anyone you talk to about your product, service, or area of expertise. The other thing is you can get, by training yourself, you get greater clarification and confidence on your offering, products, services, coaching ability. Again, the more training, the more confident you are, and the more the clarification comes across to your clients. The other thing is it gives you a more ability to position yourself with creative knowledge and a professional that comes across in business. You cannot sound professional if you're tripping over your words or you're not knowledgeable about your products and services. So how do you do that? There's a couple things in training yourself that I want you to focus on. When you train yourself, there's a couple ways. We have 5 tips here. First of all, get educated in your business area. So your business practices, your industry, and the standards that there are. Also the legal requirements and the legal rights. So if you're in a landlord business, you definitely need to know those property things. If you are in a real estate business, you need to know terms and conditions when you're listing things. If you're posting somebody else's property, obviously insurance business, there are so many legalities to what you can say, do, post, and market. You want to be knowledgeable in that area so you can position yourself without getting yourself in trouble, especially legally in your industry. The other thing is establish policy systems, even boundaries for yourself. I don't know if you have a home office or otherwise. I do know when you're an entrepreneur working for yourself or you have flexible hours, it is really easy for other people to try to encroach on your boundaries in your business area because of the flexibility. One of the reasons we get into business is to have more flexibility. But with that flexibility, you need to establish your own boundaries. Also, your systems and policies. What do you think is one of the most important things for yourself? What is your systems? What is your mornings? What's your routine? Those are really good things to establish. If you have a team, what is expected? What are your policies as far as showing up, like getting things done, reporting, communication? Those are great things. The next thing is treat your business like a business, not a hobby. I see too many people that complain about their income, but yet they're not focusing on business in an 8 to 5 time frame or a 60-hour time frame. They want to do business on their time, on their schedule, when they feel like it. That's a hobby. If you're running a business, there are things you have to do in business, whether you are enjoying them or whether you want to do them or not. So make sure whether you want to do it or not, you are doing those tasks to make your business move forward. Now, know your why and let it fuel everything. Why did you get into this business you're in? Why are you doing what you're doing? Why is your product or service the best for your customers and clients? Why are you the best person for them to be working with? Know these whys, because if you know and you feel it, it will show in everything you do. You do not have to pretend like you are doing something that you don't feel integrity with. If you are 100% confident of why you're doing this, and the why can't be because you want the money. That is a fool's game, and usually you will burn out because the money doesn't fill your soul. Taking care of your family, being able to do and buy the things you want and need, being able to donate more, being able to volunteer more, being able to live with integrity and serve your purpose in life. That is great wise to be able to go out in industry with. So the other and the last thing is set office hours and stick to them. Too many of us over and over don't do this. And I want to make sure, because I just realized I don't think my screen sharing. So I'm going to go back through and do this whole thing over again, but set office hours, stick to them, and go get my 7 tips to be able to level up your business. There's a handout with all 7. This is just one of the amazing tips to think about. So thank you. And that is our training for today.